So hi, Sulini. Nice to connect with you
Hi there.
again. I think the
Hi there, Rishi.
only way to connect these days is through this online conversations. But thanks for your time today. I've started this series about small happiness, and the world has really changed in the past few months with the COVID-19 pandemic. And I'm capturing personal stories of people in my network, friends and colleagues, and to understand how they have been navigating the uncertainties in these difficult times. So I just wanted to know, in terms of what you've been up to in the past 3-4 months, what's been happening. You live very close by where I live, but oh my God, these are the days, right? We have to talk on video.
Yeah, well, thanks, Rishi. Honestly, I think it's a great initiative, and thanks also for reaching out to me and for being interested in my experience. Yeah, what have been up to the last couple of months? I guess it's been about four. Yeah, the first month was a little bit of a shock, and it was very strange, almost dystopian to see India shut down like that. I suppose I'm quite a newcomer to India, and the vibrancy on the streets is something that I've always really appreciated, and the silence, really was deafening, and rather scary, actually, that first month of a very strict lockdown. We did our best to take care. I did my best to take care of my family, myself, the household. My partner was rather busy with organizing a lot of repatriation flights for Swiss citizens. My kids were continuing their online schooling, and we had to figure out everything from scratch. So I think that kept me rather busy.
Yeah, sometimes staying at home has more work than going out for work. So good to hear that you've been busy in some way or the other. So in these past few months, what have you really particularly learned about life itself, and what has really opened up for you as an individual?
Yeah, that's a really good question, and I have to say, for me, it's been a very, very important learning experience because, my life now looks very little like what it did pre-COVID. I was on an international flight pretty much every month in different corners of the globe and meeting with all sorts of people, and still meeting with them, but that has moved online. So that's kind of changed the nature of my work and also my lifestyle. And it's also really taught me about the power of resilience that we all have and the adaptability. I mean, as I said, going from, traveling around the world to then just being content with doing 20-minute circuits around my very leafy Bangalore neighborhood. So, and there's this saying, when you can't go out, you go in. And, something that's really, I've really capitalized on is finally my meditation practice. And, that's really, I'm very grateful to my community that I've met here in Bangalore of yogis who have a very, very deep spiritual connection to the yoga practice, which has then also lent to meditation. And so out of that, I've also discovered how I could really kind of, go within and be able to sort of do that inner discovery journey rather than flying around the world and getting my kicks from that.
Well, that's awesome. That's wonderful to know about the yoga and the meditation side of it. So are you learning yoga? Are you teaching yoga? What exactly is happening?
Yeah, I mean, I've been practicing yoga for about 20 years now. And, very quickly after the lockdown period started, my yoga teacher here, she then moved her lessons online. And then I was invited to also start teaching. So I've also started teaching a couple times a week online. Something else I'm doing is I'm also finally taking my German language classes online because previously it was a bit too far to drive to Indranagar every day, and now the lessons have come to me. So yeah, doing a bit of taking classes and giving classes and trying to fit all my projects in between.
That's wonderful to hear. The way you've been busy, looking inwards and outwards, both at the same time. The journeys we have, inwards and outwards. So that's so lovely to hear. Is there any recommendation you want to give to our friends about how to be grateful, be optimist in these times, and we have social isolation coming in? Any kind of suggestions or your own personal experience you want to share?
Yeah, you know, I really hope that one thing that this COVID situation has taught us is that, you know, we are all affected by it, but the degree to which we are affected, you know, really varies. And I think that if people like you and I cannot be aware of our privilege in moments like these and be very grateful for all we have, and then in that way, in the same spirit, give back to the people in need, then that's a missed opportunity. So I hope that a lot of people have learned that lesson, and that really kind of sort of unity with humanity really is something that can keep them buoyant, can keep them going. You know, I also have to say on a very personal level, you know, I've lived in about 7 different countries by now, and I'm really grateful to audio and video conferencing technology for keeping me very closely tied to my communities in North America, in Africa, in Europe, you know, beyond the time zones, and really feeling though, even though I was locked in, I could still very much, you know, reach out. And I suppose the final thing I would say then, you know, coming back to this meditation angle and what it is that advice I could give people if anybody wanted to take it, was to really try and you know, find a balance between reaching out to your communities, regardless of geographical borders, and also going within and finding that inner calm and inner peace within yourself. So
That's wonderful. That's
comes
wonderful. No,
down to
so
balance.
yeah, no, that's great. So the journey is inside and outside. Let's dedicate this conversation to that. Wonderful talking to you, Sulini. I wish you all the best. Please stay safe, and I hope to see you sometime soon.
Yeah, thank you so much, Rishi, and all the best to you and good luck.
Take care.